It is now my pleasure to welcome Miss Anitha Menon to present our next senior address.
Sound begins with vibrations. These vibrations travel to our ears, and as a result, our eardrums begin to vibrate. But everyone who took 8th grade science class knows that. What's the difference between mere sound and a melody? What changes individual pitches and notes into the one thing that runs through the veins of every single person in this room? Music. In music, there are only 7 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Add the pitches in between, and you have 12 notes. Every single song in the history of songs is some variation of these 12 notes. From Beethoven to Bon Jovi to Bieber. Some people take these 12 notes and they make shallow, meaningless songs like Friday. But true musicians, they pour their hearts into their music. They twist and shape and struggle with these 12 notes until they become works of art like Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles. Now, everybody, teachers, students, other classes, everyone likes to say that the class of 2011 is the talented class. Well, I think I disagree. I think it's an incredible insult to our class to attribute our success to just natural talent. Our class was given exactly the same opportunities as every class before us. We have exactly the same amount of intelligence, same amount of athleticism, the same amount of musical ability. We have those same 12 notes to work with. But what makes us different? We're fighters. We know what we want, and we work for it to make more than just sound. When student government thought we wouldn't reach our goal for dance marathon, they ignored doubt, and they made $45,000 so that so many sick children wouldn't have to suffer. This is music. After 16 years of not advancing past regionals, our Science Olympiad team made it to states the year that our senior class joined the team. This is music. When one of our best cross-country runners' feet started bleeding in the middle of her last race of high school, she didn't stop. She pushed past the knife-sharp pain and finished that race. That is music. We are the class of 1,000 dreams. We are the class that laughs in the face of defeat. We are the class that rises up from the dirt and shows off its scars. Because we want to show the world that we're not afraid to jump, and we sure aren't afraid of falling. Now, our entire lives, every single failure, every single success has bled together and resulted in this single moment. Graduation. Suddenly, you're overcome with a wave of anxiety, and you feel like it's 11 p.m. on a Sunday before a big paper's due, and you haven't even started, and you wish you hadn't procrastinated, and there's not enough time. Suddenly, we cling to childhood and say, hey man, I'm still a kid. I'm not ready. I'm not smart enough, or strong enough, or old enough. Listen, in 3 months, you'll probably forget this speech, but if you remember one thing, remember this. The way I see it, there are 2 types of people in this world. The Rebecca Blacks and the Beethovens. We could take the hand that we're dealt and accept it. We could take the easy way out. We could spend the rest of our lives playing it safe and avoid a lot of pain and sorrow. Or we could take that intelligence, courage, and raw husky heart beating in each one of us and take risks. Let's pour ourselves into the things we love. And if we fall flat on our faces, so what? As T.S. Eliot once said, you have to risk going too far to discover just how far you really can go. Let's spend our lives hoping and wanting and daring and trying and struggling to be legendary until we are. This is music. Anything else is just noise. Thank you.